So there's it's a constant battle, really.
Yeah.
Finding things that work. And if you can't find anything that work, you're never going to grow, even if you do have the best product. So you just need to try lots of different things.
Yeah, you need to
find a few things that work.
So
which is
yeah,
a tough one because if you're probably a single founder, or even if you're like me and Matt, where it's two of you, you simply can't do everything. All the marketing channels, all the different various ways of doing it. Paid advertisements and podcasts and videos and there's so much. There's endless. You can't do everything.
If you're very clever in how you do it as well, in a very systematic way, then you can spot trends and correlations quicker. So, for example, if you start posting on social media, and there's obviously so many different ways that you can post on social media. Like you can do text heavy things to music. You can go along the line of using like memes and be funny. You could go along the line of like longer form content where you're talking just straight to camera and trying to provide as much value as possible. Or you can, repost other people's things and give your own commentary on it. Use very distinctive styles. Then you'll start to see quite quickly which things tend to get the most likes from your target. And then when you've done that, you can start to look a little bit more closely at like what times of day seem to work best, what length of post works best. Does it work better when there's a bit of a soundtrack on the back? Like do I get more engagement when I ask a question in the comments? All these different things, and you very quickly start to build up a picture of the ideal post for your social media or for your marketing or for your audience. And so it's just about going through things in a very systematic, structured way just to save yourself time, because if it's completely haphazard, then you're going to end up being none the wiser after 6 months of posting content on social media. You'll have a load of content, but you won't really know what is going to be the most helpful for your growth. So yeah, it's sort of scattergun, but with some intention and structure, right?
Yeah, as long as you can measure it, and then which we always have a problem with measurement.
That's what she said.
So if anyone can recommend measurement tools, analytics tools in the comments, then I'm all ears.
Well, I mean,
especially now Google Analytics is shat its pants.
Shat the bed. I mean, to be honest, that's another episode all in itself, talking about business analytics and insights. I don't know why they're so unreliable and inconsistent with one another. It feels like something that should be completely and utterly, there's one figure. That's the figure. Everyone reports it, but on a different skinned design.
Yeah, no, a perfect example of that is like Stripe and using an analytics tool like Profitwell or ChartMogul. I won't single anyone out, but there will be different numbers. It's all based on Stripe's numbers, but somehow they end up with different numbers. It's like, how is this possible? And that's the same for pretty much anything. Yeah,
we've suffered from this since day one, really, haven't we? Especially with Quuu Promote, because we've tracked the parameter, like the UTM parameter of like every post that we've ever promoted. If there's a click, it puts a click by it. We've tried to filter out any crawling bots and stuff, so that we don't accidentally report like fake clicks or shares. And then people will say, well, it doesn't correlate with what Google Analytics says. It's like, well, how are we supposed to?
What can we do? Yeah,
don't know what to do.
So I'm hoping it's a tough one. Now we're going to be, and now we're going to connect directly to social media accounts rather than going through a third party like Buffer or Hootsuite. We're hoping that we're going to get more direct data that we can use, because we're sort of, what's the saying? Lost in the woods. We can't see the wood through the trees. Is that the saying?
Can't see the wood for the trees.
In terms of data from, we can't see any wood because Buffer and HubSpot and Hootsuite are all in the way.
Yeah.
So we need to get rid of them, chop them down, and we can see.
Chop them
and we
down.
Can give our users.
Yeah.
Then we can see all the data and we can give it to our users properly, and hopefully be a bit more, even more transparent than we try to be already.
Yeah. Yeah. So in short, it's been a bumpy ride, and I think that should be the default expectation for most people in business, that it is going to be a bumpy ride. But
maybe that's what we should call the podcast.
It's a bumpy ride. Actually, it's quite a good name. All right, maybe it is.